Hey guys, it's me, Imani. I'm back with another makeup tutorial. I went ahead and I already did my brows, but that's the only thing that I did. So other than that, oh, and I primed my face. But other than that, we're going to do everything all together. I'm going to try to do like a natural nude, like basic face. So bear with me. This is going to be interesting. Alright. Shake this girl up real quick. I'm going in with this Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r in the shade 310. Also, let's have a little chat here. I have been perplexed as a fan of music with what's going on recently with like Doja Cat. Yeah, what's going on with Doja Cat has been kind of weighing heavy on my heart, because I took it upon myself to become a fan, and I was not expecting for Miss Cat to betray me in such a way. It's especially not this early in her like career. Like, she just kind of, like, the whole Moo song became famous, like, what was that, like 2 years ago? But I feel like with Hot Pink, like, that album was it for me. Like, I really enjoyed it start to finish, no skips, and I was starting to like co-sign her a lot of it, not a little bit, a lot of it, because I like her flow, her cadence. Like, I like that she seems to be like unapologetically weird. I love that about people, like people who like are really weird and are not trying to be weird. Like, that's just them, and they won't like excuse themselves for it. Those are like my favorite kind of celebrities, because they seem the most genuine and like the most real. So, not to say stan, because I actually hate that word. And if I were to be technical, the only people that I kind of stan are Nicki Minaj and Drake. But I don't want to say I guess I became a fan. I was becoming a fan of Doja Cat. Like, I probably know all the lyrics to every song on Hot Pink. Like, probably. So, you can see how, oh, this is concealer. I'll list everything in the description box, but this is LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Warm Honey. Putting this under my eyes. But back to Doja Cat. You can see how this has become a problem for me as a young black woman, and seeing what's going on with her in the media. And if you don't know, basically, like, it came out somehow. I don't honestly even know how it came out. It just was like randomly on my feed, on like Twitter, not really Instagram, but mostly Twitter. And apparently she was like on these chat rooms with like incels. That's a term. I think I was watching Criminal Minds when I figured out what that was. But those people, and like alt-right, like racist and stuff like that. So she was in like a chat room, like some type of Zoom chat room. I didn't really know those things exist outside of television, because I wouldn't find myself there, but to each his own. So she was in those things with like a bunch of racist people, and she is mixed. Apparently she's half black, half white. I'm not, what in the world was that? I'm not that up to par with her Ancestry.com, so I can't give you that stuff. I only like recently, like within the past couple months, became more of a fan of her music. So anything personal, like apparently she has a white boyfriend, she don't date black men. I don't know nothing about that. Really, what's getting me is the chat. Like, okay, if her boyfriend's white, that's none of my business, and I don't think that's much of anybody else's business either. But the chats, like, that's a little bit much for me. I don't get it. And I don't know how she ended up there. I did see some, I guess it was an old interview with her talking about how she's always been like about that chat room life. Not necessarily like with the racist people, but she I guess if that's a community, like she's always been involved in that type of community. That's what I gathered from it was like a screenshot of an interview. I don't even know how old it was, but I did see that. But yeah, I've just been kind of quiet on Twitter and stuff about my stance with her, because I haven't really decided what I'm gonna do as far as my fandom. This sounds so weird, but like, I was a little offended at what I found out, and I don't know how to react to it, is basically what I'm trying to say. That's the gist. If you did not hear anything in the past however minutes, that's the gist. But in the past, when people who I am a fan of have done some outlandish things, I have taken like a leave of absence from being a fan. For example, 1,000 years ago when the whole Chris Brown Rihanna thing happened, I always was a fan of Chris Brown. Like, always, like from the beginning. Like, one of my best friends bought me his first CD. Like, I've been a fan. So when the whole Rihanna thing happened, and I've always liked Rihanna too, but when the whole thing went down, I was like at a crossroads, because I was like, dang, like I like Chris Brown. Like, I like Chris Brown, like what am I gonna do? So what I did was I stopped listening to him from the time like it all blew up in the media until when, I remember this vividly, when he performed at the BET Awards and like he did the Michael Jackson tribute to Man in the Mirror. I literally, like, watching him cry while performing that song, like it just did something to me, and that was the moment that I forgave Chris Brown for what he did to Rihanna. And then that was like my time of like not listening to him. So the whole time when like he went to jail, I'm pretty sure he went to jail. He did go to jail because then he came out and was fat. The whole time that he like went to jail, like everything was going on until he came out. It was kind of like, whoa, like what's everybody gonna do? Is everybody gonna like go back to listening to him, blah blah blah? And then he did the Man in the Mirror tribute. That whole time I did not listen to him, and then I forgave him, and then now I'm back Team Breezy. But and then another example, I told y'all already, I am a huge Drake fan. Like huge, like always, like Wheelchair Jimmy, like that is my guy. When him and Meek got into their thing a couple years ago, I used to really like Meek Mill as well. I am from South Jersey, which is a hop, skip, and a jump away from Philly. And I'm saying that because, like, I remember being in middle school and listening to, You Know Me, I'm So Fly, Be Looking Like Money Every Time. Yep, that, like, old, like, Meek Millie with the braids. Like, I was like, oh, he can rap. I like him. So, but I never liked Meek as much as Drake. Ever, ever, ever. And I doubt I ever will. I'm going back with this contour shade because I did not contour my nose like I normally do. So, let's do that real quick. So anyway, Meek and Drake. So, that whole time that they were on the outs with each other, I did not listen to Meek at all. So anything he dropped from his, I didn't even listen to the diss songs that he put out against Drake. Like, I have no idea what any of them say. Didn't listen. So that whole time that they were not talking to each other, I did not listen to Meek Mill at all. The only song I will say, the only song I listened to was what was the song? It was like, Oh, dang. Oh my god. I know it. Now I'm upset. I can't think about what it is, but I remember. Oh, Monster. The money to my noodle and all that stuff. Ah, that song. Ain't that what it's called? Ain't it called Monster? Let's see. Yeah. This song. When that song came out, I was like, alright. I can't. Like, he kind of did it with that one. Any other song that came out by him, I did not listen to it. Maybe if it was a feature, like, I might have listened to it. Like, he had features with Nicki. Like, I listened to those because it was like, it's Nicki. Like, it's Nicki. But other than that, I didn't listen to Meek Mill until him and Drake made up. What was that, like a month, like not a month ago, like 6 months ago? Whenever Drake posted that picture and they was all cool, like that's when I started to listen to Meek again. What I'm trying to say, back to Doja Cat, is like maybe I'll do that for her. I just sprinkled some Nye Luxury Powder in my hand, and I'm going to take this and start to set what I just did everywhere else. Back to Doja. Maybe. Oh, and also with my little strike thing that I do, anything that happened before the strike, like, so anything Chris Brown came out with, that kind of got on my nose. Ew. Anything Chris Brown came out with before his altercation with Rihanna was fine. It was anything after that I did not listen to, and same with Meek. So I would still go back and listen to whatever, like, that was old that I still liked, like him and Big Sean, or whatever. Like, any old song was fine. Anything from the time that I went on strike to the time that I went off strike was what I did not listen to. So I'm thinking for the culture, maybe I will, like, just not listen to anything Doja puts out until I decide to forgive her. I mean, she's already, in case you also don't know this, she has already put out a statement on her Instagram, like, apologizing. She said that, like, yes, she was on the chat room with the racist people. She shouldn't have been there, but she never said anything, like, to encourage them or anything like that. Like, she never participated in any of that activity. She was just there, and she acknowledges that she shouldn't be there, but blah, 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 blah. So, I mean, that is, it's like she apologized now, but I don't think that's enough for me. And I'm not even really mad at her. That's why it's kind of weird for me. Like, I really only feel some type of way off principle. Like, cause I feel like I don't have enough information to be like, oh, cancel Doja. Like, I don't know enough to do that. This is bronzer, but I use it as a contour shade, a contour powder. There you go. I don't really know enough to, like, not listen to her ever, or to, like, determine if I am going on strike. Like, I'm saying all this because I don't know what I'm doing. As a fan, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't think I can stop listening to Hot Pink, to be honest, full disclosure, because the album really bangs. And I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys and say that it's not. Like, it's been in my rotation at least since February. And it's May. I'm sorry, but I can't trash that. Honestly, if y'all have opinions on this matter, or, like, artists, like, Kanye has done some messed up stuff. In my relationship with Kanye, I kind of just, like, haven't liked anything he's put out since he's been, like, a Trump supporter. So it's not like I, like, purposely, like, don't listen to him. I just really haven't liked anything he's put out since The Life of Pablo. What are y'all do in these instances? Like, do y'all still bump Kanye? Did y'all listen to, what was the Jesus album he just put out? I don't even know what it's called. Do y'all listen to Kanye? Are y'all gonna still listen to Doja Cat? What y'all do when Chris Brown and Rihanna, like, what do y'all do when people that y'all are a fan of their work, like, do you separate the artist from the art? Like, is the artist one entity and then the person, like, in all their craziness another thing? Or is it like, when this person does this thing, like, I can't stand for it, I'm not going to listen to them, blah, 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 blah. What do you do? Comment and let me know. This is eyeshadow primer. I told myself that by the end of me recording this, I will have an answer for myself, which is basically why. I mean, I'm rambling to get an answer for myself, but I'm also rambling in case y'all did not know what was going on. Maybe y'all saw Doja Cat all over the shade room and all over your timelines and was like, well, what did she do? Who is Doja Cat? Something happened to the camera while I did the crease color of my right eye, but I ended up talking about the Mute R. Kelly movement, and then that brings us to now. I remember when it was like in the prime of the whole documentary thing going on, and I was like maybe cleaning up or something, and I had my iTunes library on shuffle and Ignition came on, and I was like, girl, like you gotta switch it now. And that was the only song, because even like on Pandora, like his songs come on and I press skip, like it's not a problem. That is the only song where it's been like, dang, I really want to listen to that song, like I just love that song. But other than that, you won't hear me playing him at all. So he's literally the only one, though. That was the point of me going on this Robert tangent, is that like Kanye, I don't like what he did, but Kanye's just a weirdo. And back to the whole weirdo thing, like I did once upon a time like fall in love with Kanye's personality, like love it or hate it. I like that he was weird and like did not care. Like, that's just Kanye. If you have a problem, like, I don't know, maybe write him a letter. But what are you gonna do about it? Nothing, because where are you in your house and where is he freaking on the charts? So, but I was just like, he's wilding out. Like, I don't know what's going on in his head. I'm gonna just give him a little time out, and I just stopped worrying about him for a while. I did not cut him off. I just haven't liked nothing that he's made since he's been a butthole. And that's just that on that. Nobody else has really been acting wild. Like, nobody else. I don't think I told y'all, but I started with this brownish shade in my crease, and then now I'm darkening it with this shade down here. And I feel like my left eye needs a little bit more of both, so yeah. Also, tip, if you did not notice, looking down, like my mirror is below my eye level, looking down helps you find your crease a little better. Back to the music. Nobody else has done nothing that's crazy. The only things I can really remember is Robert, Kanye, Chris Brown. The whole Meek thing wasn't crazy. That was just a me thing. And then now Doja. So I don't know what to do. I think I'm gonna just, you know what? I might just cool off her for a second. Cause I feel like, and is a little bit of video footage like going around of whatever she was partaking in that chat room. She wasn't like, oh, I hate black people or nothing, like, so what's bothering me is just like, why were you there? Like, why was you there? Was that like an experiment? Like a quarantine experiment? Like, you're bored, so you wanted to see what's popping in their chat? Like, why? Why were you there? Why were you there, Doja? That's what's bothering me the most. That is what's bothering me. So, if you hear stuff in the background, that is my sister. So I think, like, cause she didn't. Did she say? I'm not gonna say she didn't, cause I didn't see everything that I probably could have, and I didn't see everything that, like, I don't. Say if she was on the chat room for like an hour, I only saw a 10-second video. If it was 10 seconds, so like I don't know. I don't know what to do. And speaking of, I don't know what to do. I don't know what color to put on my lid. She killed me. Okay, so I'm gonna do like this yellow tone. Yellow, I said we was doing neutral. I did say that. Yellow is like my neutral, kind of. Like I look decent in yellow. Like that's a nude for me, kind of. But there's... Actually, I feel like yellow is nude, no? Like it's like on the tan. Like this is a calm yellow. It's not like my wall. So we're doing yellow. I'm going to go in with this. It's like a peachy yellowish type of shade. And then this one has sparkles. So we're going to like layer that on top. Yeah. See, like this is like a nude. I think as an artist, if you don't know, I am a dancer. So I feel like maybe I can tap into the creative side and like talk about that. So if I were to do like something really controversial and like this is weird because I feel like you don't have, I mean, I guess people are fans of choreographers or fans of like dancers or whatever, but like dancers don't really wildin' like these music artists do. So this is kind of weird for me to put into perspective. But if I were to do something really controversial, I would want for that not to be like a reflection of whatever I've created, past, present, or future. I wouldn't want for people to be like, oh, she did this, so we're never gonna... Honestly, what the heck am I saying? Because I feel like it's not parallel. It's not the same. This is just weird to think about. But people are people. And that's what... Everybody's human, and that's what people have to take into account. Like, people are going to make mistakes. The problem is not why you made the mistake. No, the problem is not the mistake. The problem is why you made the mistake. That's what I'm trying to say. So, I think, first of all, I think that this is not enough pigment on this lid. Better. I'm going to put a little bit more brown on this brush and then like fluff this out. Yeah, the problem is not the mistake. The problem is not that Doja Cat. Actually, all this stuff is very like circumstantial. Because for Robert, the problem was the mistake. And for Chris too, the problem was the mistake. But I don't think for Doja that the problem was that she was there. For me, the problem for me was not that she was there. Because like, from what I gathered from watching her on live a couple times or like seeing clips of her going like viral on Twitter, like just seeing like bits and pieces of her personality before, it seemed like she would be the type of person to go in that type of chat room, because she said she goes in chat rooms frequently. Like, that's not new. But I feel like she might have gone in that specific type of chat room to be curious, like just to like poke around and see like what the heck are they doing, how would they react if I was in there like being mixed or whatever. Like, I feel like she might have just been hosting an experiment, maybe. I see the sparkles, but I feel like this is not going to pick up on camera. And because I'm sitting in the house, I don't know how much it is I'm going to just pack on my face. This is dramatic. This wing style. It's cute though. Remember I told you guys in my last makeup video, I think it was, if you spray before you do mascara and highlight, the better it will come out. It'll be more pigmented. Your eyelashes will flutter a little bit more. So spray before you do that. While we wait for that to dry, I'll just run my mouth. The hard thing about like these artists is that like they are people. They're going to make mistakes. It's just like, do I want to support your mistake? That's the bottom line of this video. Do I want to support the mistake that you made while you redeem yourself? Like, I'm not just going to be like, oh, you're forgiven, and you still out here saying the N-word or whatever else you're doing. Like, let's all make the world a better place. So if you're not doing your share to make the world a better place and you have a platform, like, the least I can do is not make your platform bigger. Like, I can give you one less stream, take you down just a little bit. And as a fan, like, that's the power that we have. That's why I kind of don't like this whole cancel culture thing, because like the more you talk about it, sweetie, the more you talk about it, the more other people are going to find out, then they're going to look into it. All the while you're making this person relevant. Like, you're making this person relevant. Doesn't matter. Like, doesn't matter if you're saying, oh I hate Imani, like blah blah blah, she should quit YouTube. Somebody gonna be like, who's Imani? Look her up. Oh, she does videos. What? Well, watch video. Now I'm getting more views. Cause what? Cause you said you hated me. So as a fan, or just like as like a listener of music or whatever you're into, like, cause people are crazy whether you're a sports fan, you're a music fan, like it's scandals everywhere. So you just have to do your duty to be like, well, if that person's not a good person, I can't fire them, I can't cut them from their label, I can't trade them to another team. Like, I can't do nothing about them and what they're doing, but at least I can not listen to their music. I can not watch their game. Like, whatever, something. Take power wherever you can get it. Wow. Everything seems like it's dry. Like, what's going on with my stuff? I got a little bit of mascara on my face, but I'm not gonna fix that. I'm not going nowhere. Actually, yes, I am, because somebody in the house probably made the same mistake and don't know how to fix it. So guess what? I'm gonna teach y'all how to fix it. I feel like my eyelashes look longer, but it's probably not even gonna pick up on camera. See this? I'm sick of this. Yeah, so if you make a mistake like I just did and you get mascara on your makeup, go back in with the same brushes that you used earlier. So this is the brush that I used for my crease, and just like run it back over it. If you're going somewhere, I would advise you to put a little bit more product back on. I mean, it's still like product from earlier, and rubbing over it or brushing over it will blend the pigment from the mascara out. But if it's smudging, because like like I said, my mascara felt a little dry, so I didn't really put a lot on there. But if you get a lot on there and it's smudging, maybe like take your finger or a tissue or something like that and try to carefully wipe it off, and then go back in and fix the mistake. And this is the brush that I used for the yellow, and just pop that back in there. This is Avalon from ColourPop. Their Super Shock Cheek highlighter. Rub it on my finger. Pat, pat, pat. You know, this is my first time doing a tutorial and talking through like this. The first tutorial I did was a voiceover, and the second one I did, oh, that looks beautiful. The second one I did was I was like just talking about methods of doing makeup. I wasn't really giving much of a conversation like this was. So if you liked my ramblings, like the video. If you like the video, like the video. And before I forget exactly what I said to comment on, I think, oh, I said like, what do you do with things like this? Like with artists that you like who do some crazy crap, like how do you react? So that's your task to comment, and then your task to like is if you like this whole conversation style tutorial, because I'm just trying new things, trying to see what sticks, test it out, see how you guys like it. So your feedback is important to me, and if you felt like I never made a point and I was just rambling the whole time, that is fine. I just need to know for future purposes. I feel like this is so good. Like, this is beautiful. And I'm not going anywhere, so now I'm upset. I told y'all I don't like lipstick. So to finish this off, my lip that I'm going to do is this Fenty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fussy. And that's it, really. I am done for today. You can watch another video. I got ways for you to spend your day while you're in quarantine. So go ahead, subscribe, and then watch another video.
Thoughts on Doja Cat? She's trash. I'm not talking about that girl.